I think, we talked about tight budgets, and so it is really important to be more fiscally responsible than ever, right? Knowing that we have less, how do we really make decisions that are going to have the greatest impact in our organization? And so when we look at the national data on the cost of a bilingual FTE in a call center, it averages around $40,000. And so that person that is there day in and day out taking calls, the average call volume for an inbound call center agent is between 80 and 100 calls a day, right? That's a normal performance. That translates into about $2 per call at the end of the year using that data. If you take that same data, an AI agent is handling those calls at less than 50 cents a call. So it's really a profound savings when you're looking at that same call volume and being able to improve those metrics, reduce wait times, reduce abandonment rate, improve patient experience, just to get that information quickly without having to sit in that long call queue.
Yeah, this is great. And I know we're starting to bump up on time here. We've covered a lot of ground today. Everything from generative AI to agentic AI, how to train your AI, how it works, how to implement it, who might manage it, some of the costs associated with it, the benefits of it. So what are some of the key takeaways that you would like folks to leave with today?
Well, I think at the end of the day, it's really important that whatever, especially technology tools or any new implementation, you want to evaluate how is it actually working. And so I do want to just share some data with you that are from actual users of this agentic AI solution. And so this first one is from a FQHC, a large FQHC with about 10 locations. And when they first implemented their agents, the first month there was just under 50% of calls were handled without having to be transferred to a live agent. Within 90 days, that number jumped to over 70% of their calls. In that same FQHC, their Spanish AI agent, so they have Mary and Maria. Maria increased from her baseline of those calls that were handled end to end without having to be transferred, 61% in that same time period in 90 days. And so what that really tells us is the AI agent is able to answer the questions, provide resolution for the patients, and the patients are able to get that without saying, please transfer me to somebody. And so that's really exciting data. The abandonment rate across a number of our FQHCs that are using this solution has decreased, some as high as 40%. So really exciting. And I met with a work group that has some of the call center agents, and so they didn't have data, but they were just speaking to what their experience was. And so they noted that there was a noticeable reduction in those repetitive conversations, right? So it just felt better to them at the end of the day. Somebody else said the phones are no longer ringing off the hook. And so I think that's really exciting, right? When we talk about staff retention and making sure we're taking care of who we have, that qualitative data is just as important.